But something MLB should change is their policy surrounding the World Baseball Classic. Andrew, tell us about that.
Right. So I just read the other day that Luis Severino is not going to be playing for the Dominican Republic anymore because Yankees general manager Brian Cashman told him that he couldn't play, that he had to go to camp and report as usual. And to me, that's just ridiculous. I don't think that that should be allowed at all. We just saw the World Cup, and that was a very exciting event for everyone. And that's the biggest event in soccer. Nothing is bigger than the World Cup. And in my opinion, there should be no greater honor in sports than representing your home country and just playing the game for your country. Like your team is just an entity that pays you, but your country is like everything. Like it's where you were born, where you live, maybe, but it's just so much more than just an everyday club that signs you. Yeah. And we're seeing players like Aaron Judge is not going to be in the World Baseball Classic. Could you imagine if, say, Lionel Messi were to be like, you know what, I'm going to just sit at home and help my team win the Champions League instead of winning the World Cup? That would never happen. So I don't know what MLB is doing here. It should definitely be to grow the international side of the game. Everyone, all the top stars should be playing in the World Baseball Classic.
I totally agree.
I will say though, it seems like this year they are promoting the World Baseball Classic much more than they have in previous years. And I think they are trying to improve viewership for the World Baseball Classic, but I agree. I think they could be doing more. They could be promoting it in a different type of way. So I think they just need to reevaluate things.
Yeah, I'll agree with what you just said, Gravy. I've definitely heard way more about the World Baseball Classic this year than I have in the past, but also just trying to get on there and see who's in it, get the bracket, still not easy. It took me quite a while on Google to find any sort of power rankings for the World Baseball Classic, and we've got some awesome all-time teams stacking up this year. Between the Dominican, the USA, and Japan, it's going to be quite the battle. You know, I'm expecting some really exciting games. So, Andrew, is that just a Yankees policy, or are there other teams who also aren't letting their players play?
I believe Luis Castillo of the Mariners has also opted out of the World Baseball Classic. I don't know if that was a personal decision or a club decision, but I know that's happened. Wilson Contreras won't be representing Venezuela, which is good for the Cardinals because he's going to camp to learn all the new pitchers. And
that was a personal decision, though, right?
Yeah, that was a personal decision. But I feel like the World Baseball Classic is like the World Cup. It comes around once every 4 years. I feel like you could have your opportunity to represent your country. I appreciate Contreras as a Cardinals fan for not deciding to play, but I think it would be more fun for baseball in general if all those top stars wanted to represent their country.
But I think I have seen a lot of players really, really hyped up about it. Like Mike Trout, he has a great attitude headed into the World Baseball Classic. He wants to win. He's thrilled to be captain of Team USA. And then, you know, the Cardinals are well represented in the World Baseball Classic. I wanted to talk about that just a minute. So who from the Cardinals will be participating in this year's World Baseball Classic?
I mean, you got the stars. Goldie and Arenado are both going to be representing Team USA. Adam Wainwright and Miles Michaelis, again, for USA. Yachty will manage Puerto Rico. So it'll be really fun if we match up with Puerto Rico to see what that dynamic is like, especially if Wainwright is pitching, because I know Yachty will be telling his hitters exactly what's coming. That'll be really fun. I think some lesser names, Palante is representing Team Italy. Lars Nootbaar is representing Team Japan. There was a clip that came out from Bally Sports that was really cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
He's wanted to represent Japan ever since he was like 9 years old, and it's really cool to see that he's getting the opportunity to do that. Tommy Edman is playing for Team Korea, and I think Ivan Herrera is playing for Colombia.
Yes. No. Ivan Herrera will be for Team Panama. He'll be catching.
Oh, okay.
And then we also have Gallegos is going to be relieving on the Dominican team, if I'm correct. And then is Cabrera, Genesis Cabrera is going to be playing for Team Mexico? Or is that
Dominican? And Tyler O'Neill for Canada, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. And then Matt Koperniak, Cardinals prospect, will be on Team Great Britain. They are composed almost entirely of minor leaguers, but I think they're still going to be a really fun watch. That's going to be really, really exciting.
If Great Britain beats us at baseball, that would be really
Oh my
quite
gosh.
quite a shame.
It'll be
I would
we tied
not.
them in the World Cup.
I mean, we have to beat them at our own game. Like, come on now.
We do. And then correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Lars Nootbaar is the first non-Japanese born player, right? So the first player born outside of Japan to represent Team Japan in the World Baseball
And
Classic.
so is Tommy Edman. Tommy Edman's the first American-born
Wow.
player to represent Team Korea, which is
A lot of notable firsts. And then also former Cardinal Kwang Hyun Kim will be in the World Baseball Classic with Korea. Is Seungwon Oh going to be playing? Does anybody know that?
I think he might be a little old for that one, but
Bummer.
it's possible.
That was fun times.